What's up, fragrant family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm responding to a tag video that I was tagged in by Tyrone over at breaux. If you guys haven't checked his channel out, please go and do so. I'll try and leave a link to his channel in the description below, so that way you guys can go check him out. Make sure they're good videos and got some good content. So today, the tag video is one designer, one indie, and one niche. And so I kind of had to do my homework a little bit, just because I know what like an independent house is, but I didn't really know the difference between like an independent and a niche house. And essentially it's just the one, how big they are, and two, like kind of like the corporation behind them. So an independent house, they're their own boss, and so everything they do, it's pretty much just online. They don't really have a store, and they do their own thing. But as well as like, say, like Creed, they have online, they're in different boutiques, they're on different websites and stuff like that. And they also only do fragrances, but that's kind of the main differences I found. And so I kind of had to do some homework on different independent houses, and the only one that I could really get a hold of, well, you'll see in the video. So anyways, let's go ahead and get in this real quick. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you do, and if you don't, just like it. Give it a thumbs down. I want honest feedback, and I'm really trying to get this channel to grow. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I know that seems like a lot, but I know that with your help, that it can be done. So let's go ahead and get into this. So, man, picking only one designer, one indie. The indie was a little easier because I only have one. So, and only one niche, man. Like, how do you do that? That's like asking, man, how do you pick your favorite food? How do you pick your, favorite movie? It's, you have all these different things, and when you think you have one, you're like, oh, well, man, I kind of like that one, and I like this one, and it's just really hard. So this was actually really, really hard for me, just because I like different fragrances for different seasons, for different occasions, for, day or night, for, this, that, and the third. And so this is actually really hard. So this is a good tag. Thanks, Tyrone, for doing that, because it really had me to, dive deep into, who I really am, and what I like to wear. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring you my first designer, and this one might not really come as a surprise to you, because I hyped this one up. If there's going to be one designer that I'm probably pretty known for, or at least trying to, get the word out about this, it's going to be this one. And this was pretty easy for me after I really thought about it. It's just my Swiss Army knife when it comes to fragrances. It's good all year round. It's honestly my go-to for a dumb reach. You can wear it casually, you can wear it formally, you can wear it on a date, you can wear it laying around the house. I sometimes wear this, whenever I'm going to bed, just because it puts me in a relaxed state of mind. And this is none other than Mont Blanc Starwalker. This stuff, guys, I have fallen just in love with this stuff. Like, it's so freaking good. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's citrusy. The bamboo note in here is so amazing. It's like citrus, not really oriental wood, but like there's like that bamboo really gives it like this oriental vibe. Like, I just honestly feel like if you're just like using this to like wear around the house and stuff, like I just feel like you're in like this like oriental spa, and you're like, that's what the smell is like, and it brings you to like this relaxed state of mind. There's a little bit of powder in here, and I think that really kind of makes it pop for the winter. I think that powder actually helps carry it through the colder air, and man, this stuff just works. Like, I've gotten so many compliments on it. My wife loves it, I love it, and so there's another one I could really think of. It was Mont Blanc Starwalker. That's for my designer. All right. Moving forward, I really honestly try not to do this as much as possible, because I like to give full presentations, and I like to show you what the bottle looks like and everything. But on this one, I didn't have it, and I would have had another one, but I just swapped it. And it's great, but I like this one a little bit better. On a couple of my videos, I've said that I'm a really big fan of like the barbershop fougere type fragrances, and there was only one that I really had, and I wanted to include one of those because that's kind of part of who I am. You know, I do the wet shaving. I do like the old fashioned with the wet shaving brush, and then I have the old school razors and all that good stuff. And so I wanted to incorporate that because that's part of who I am. And I don't have a bottle, so I apologize for that, but this is Replica at the Barber. It's a little sample that I got. I haven't got a full bottle yet. I want to. It's just there's other things that I've been trying to get a hold of, but this stuff, man, it's like a really good different twist on a barbershop scent. It does kind of have that same fougere barbershop feel, but there's like a freshness about this one. It's different. It's almost like a citrusy freshness that you know, it just, I don't know, it just works. Go ahead and kind of spray in the air, and yeah, it's got that kind of shaving cream, shaving foam smell to it. There's a lot of powder in there, but there's also a citrus note in there that's, man, it's really good, and it's really grown on me, honestly. Like, it's just like a, not a super citrus, but it's just in that background. It's playful and it comes forward, and I just really enjoy it. And it's really good. It's honestly really grown on me even since I've had this. And man, this stuff is, it's so fresh. I'm gonna have to get me a full bottle of this, guys. Like, even just smelling this in the air, this stuff is, it's fantastic. I haven't smelled it for a while. Man, it's so good. I'm gonna have to get it. I think it would be good all year round. I think that it's fresh enough, honestly, and light enough that you can wear it even in the summertime, because sometimes you get into like, say like the YSL Rive Gauche, you know, different, what is it, Dior, Eau Sauvage, stuff like that. Those kind of barbershop scents, they're just a little heavier. This one's kind of heavy, but it's got just this light crispness about it that I feel like you could wear it in the high heat as well. So for my independent, I had to go with Replica by Mason. I'm gonna butcher his name, forgive me, I know it. Mason Margiela. So yeah, and I didn't really even know that was an independent house until I looked it up. So I thought that was kind of cool. But anyways, Indy, it's got to be Replica at the Barbers by Mason Margiela. And then for my niche, how do I pick a niche? Like, there's so many good ones. You got Creed Aventus, you got Green Irish Tweed, you have Viking, you have you know, Parfums de Marley's, all the ones that I have of theirs. You have Nichonnet, Annie. Like, I was just like, man, like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna pick this? And what I really had to boil down to was, what are my favorite type of fragrances? Even though I only get to wear them, you know, for, you know, 3-4 months out of the year, they're that good to me that this had to make the video, and I look forward to it all year round. Don't get me wrong, I love my freshies, I love my summertime fragrances, and you know, this one just had to make the list, because if there's any niche that I have, this is probably my favorite, just because I love that sweet tobacco note. I love the honey in there. I love the caramel. I love the playfulness that this has. It lasts really good on my skin, and you probably know what I'm talking about. You know, now that I've mentioned the tobacco and honey and stuff, but it's from my favorite house right now, and it's honestly my favorite fragrance right now. Like, it's astonishing to say that, just because I have so many, I've smelled so many. There's a million things to choose from, but guys, I had to go with Parfums de Marley Herod. This stuff is so freaking good. If I lived in like, oh my gosh, it's so good. If I lived in like northern Canada, Alaska, like, you know, places where it's just cooler all year round. I mean, it does get a little warm, even in Alaska, you can get in the 80s or so, but like, mainly it's going to be around like that 50-60 degree, and then in the winter time it gets even colder. If I lived somewhere like that, I would probably only have this bottle. Like, I wouldn't need anything else. This stuff is so good. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. Wow, why did I say that's dumb? It makes me smile. It makes me just feel confident. It's just part of who I am. I don't know. I love this. It's classy. It's sophisticated. It's elegant. It's just so good. It's creamy. It's tobacco-y. It's got the honey note in there, and I love this stuff. This will always be in my collection. You know, I want to buy a backup bottle just because of how much I'm probably going to use this over the fall and winter, and possibly even into the early spring. It's really good. If you guys haven't watched my review on it, go ahead and click on the channel and scroll down until you find this video. It's so good. It's, man, I had to get this in there. This is Parfums de Marly Harried. All right, guys. So as you might have seen in, you know, the last couple of videos, I do have an intro video out now, and I do have an outro video out now, and just kind of want some feedback on that. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Is it good? Is it bad? What would you change? You know, just really trying to get this channel to grow, and honestly, like, the only way it's going to grow is through you guys, and you know, you sharing and liking. And if you guys don't like what I got, then you know, you're not going to tell people about it. So comment down below what you guys think of the intro video and stuff, and just kind of give me some feedback on that. And I want to know what your guys' list are. What would you guys pick? And then, since this is a tag video, pretty much any fragrance reviewer who watches this, you guys are now tagged. And then specifically, I'm gonna kind of just tag my almost role model in the fragrance game that I really enjoy all of his videos. He's very informational, and I don't think I've ever watched a video and not learned about a new fragrance that he has or lists on the market. I'm gonna tag JC over at Stay Fresh Productions. I know that he's probably not gonna watch this, but that's who I'm tagging. I'm gonna tag Hunter and you and your channel. And since Tyrone started this, I can't tag him. But those are two specific ones I'm gonna tag. And then if you guys watch this and you do fragrance reviews, you guys are now tagged. So let's keep this going. And yeah, guys, that would be my designer, my indie, and my niche. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, if you guys love it, wear it.